I guess last season was all about building your depth, getting a big squad in that. What's the big picture for this year? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Again, sorry, I've got a bit of. We all who came from Cape Town, you get a bit of flu in the second week here. No, I think the big thing is, we didn't in the past really concentrated while we were playing 2 years out from a World Cup. Obviously in 2018 we started building for 2023, but then we won in 2019, we won in 2023, and sort of you think, how many players can you give opportunity that will win your World Cups eventually? I think that's a big thing that you put your test match lens on when you analyze a player. And I think that sometimes, so I'm going to give you a long answer, but it will give some like other angles for you. So when a player, it's very difficult to judge a player if he's playing for the Bulls, Sharks, Lions, or in a Japanese club, because you don't actually know what that player has been coached. Is that his strength? How do they defend? You're not really part and parcel of that. So for us, we don't want to try a lot of 1-2 test cappers this year. We would love to give guy 8 and more. So that's how we started in 2018. And if you then can go with the average age of 28, 29 to the World Cup, you're pretty okay. So this year, winning, because the end of the year, it's the lock, the pool draw. And then obviously you want to build confidence and keep the fans supporting you and understanding what you're doing.
Rassie, hierdie groep van 45 wat julle nou het, nadat 'n paar spelers ook nou gesny is en so, uiteraard is daai nou 'n groter groep. Is dit maar basies die spelers waarna julle kyk met die oog op 2027?
Ek wil sê 90%, maar jy weet, nou ook soos Pieter Steven ons volgende week in die Kaap join, dan kan ons lekker sien waar trek hy. Ek seker van hy sal 'n paar toetse hierdie jaar speel, soos 46. Dus al die injured ouens, hopelijk Lucanio is reg gehad by die Georgia game. Jy weet, Jordan en Jaden, en dan net lekker gaan werk daar so, en miskien kry hulle kans weer oor 4 weke. Maar ja, ek dink 'n mens gaan nie baie chop and change as ou die momentum kry. Weet die eerste Barbarian game, ons het al klaar die span, ken al klaar die span wat speel. Die groep weet al klaar wat ouens speel. Soos ek gesê het, as hulle baie boelspelers versien, want ons het net 1 oefening gehad. So sal chop and change wees met diepte te bou, ervaring te bou, maar ook flip om te bly wen. Dis die flip and challenge.
Yeah, Rassie, I wanted to ask you about the Barbarians game, because you've said already that you're keen for the Japan guys to get a run, because they've obviously haven't been playing for a little while. The Bulls guys, are you just not going to consider them for that game?
The simple, where we, like, Vessels will probably be in the mix, because we only have one. We've only got Ox and Vincent is out, and Boone comes later, and Thomas come only the Sunday for Italy, so those guys won't be available. So Jan Hendrik will probably be the only one, because the series is they've played now a massive semi-final, a massive final, which they were pumped. I don't want to say that, but then on the plane back, yesterday we did the medicals, yesterday we did the fitness test. Every single player that she is doing not a medical fitness test, but also a normal fitness test. We've been really impressed with some of the Bulls players' scores there. And yesterday they were in a different group catch. That's why at the training there's a few players there. The Bulls were catching up with Andre Pollard and the other guys on what they've missed last week. So we operated in 2 groups. They tested yesterday afternoon, they all did pretty okay. And now from today we're off, and from Thursday we're all on the same page. But they've got a week of training there, so we'd rather give the guys that were in every single session. But we have to, like an Hendrik will have to know it.
So within those constraints of the Japan players and no Bulls, will you then sort of pick your next best available team, or is there still going to be some?
No, I think to start like a solid, because we're trying a lot of new things, but if the guy is really young and he comes to new thing, he doesn't even know our old stuff. Now we're starting with new stuff. So I guess we'll have the core of that team nice and stable. And that can be a guy like Luatu, who hasn't played for a while, but we know what he can do. He knows our systems. That can be picking a very settled backline with maybe giving 1 or 2 nines a chance on this one. Rotate him in the game, see which combos are the best, maybe. So it will be not a team that we're going to go and play Barbarian rugby. We want to keep that core of how we play. We want to keep that going.
You mentioned the Scrum Miles, and I know you spoke about it last week. You were asked about it as well. But the one thing you weren't asked is, what exactly are you looking for in a Scrum Mile? What sort of attributes, what sort of skills do you want from the
well,
Scrum Mile?
for the defense coach, there's one. Terry would like a guy that can make reads on defense, who must cover a lot on the field. A guy like Faf does that well, Kobus does that, Morris does that. So the full Scrum of we have here, Morris, Krappies, Grant, Jaden, and Faf. The nice one is two really, not old ones, but in their late 20s, mid-20s, Krappies and Grant. Grant is close to 30, but then you've got the two old hands there. So, but there's nothing, in one training, two Scrum Halves can go down. So then probably Ambrose and Jaden, with some of the things that we gave Jaden to catch up with now, which we think him and his brother can work like hard to try and get back into the mix.
Dankie Rassie.